make of that statement by Downing Street? Do you think there are questions to answer about the government's involvement?
Oh, of course there are. I mean, the simple fact that came out a couple of days ago that the White House had been notified about it really told you that the entire senior tier of government in this area would have known about it. The Home Secretary, probably the Foreign Secretary, and almost certainly the Prime Minister. And what that means is that, of course, they didn't direct it. Nobody's suggesting they directed it, but they approved it. By implication, if your Home Secretary is told that this is going to happen, and she doesn't intervene, then she's approving it. And the sorts of words we've been hearing coming back, I mean, very limited number of words, they've actually responded very, very quietly, shall we say, to this, actually rather remind me of when the current police minister, Damien Green, was arrested by the police, and they used words like proportionate and within the law and such things then. It wasn't true then. I don't think it's true now.
But if the police, and we've had the statement from the Home Office this morning, felt that national security was at risk, they say that they have a duty to protect the public.
Well, it fails logic 101. We're used to this response from the Home Office. If you're not on our side, you're on the side of the terrorists, is what they're trying to say. It fails logic 101. If there had been information, if they'd expected there had been information carried, unique information carried by Mr. Miranda, that they could intercept and take away and therefore prevent it becoming into the hands of terrorists, then you could understand that, although even then Section 7 was not designed for that and doesn't actually allow that. But even if that were the case, then you could understand it, and one might be rather forgiving of it. But this is information at best which is held in America, probably held in Germany as well, held in many places on many electronic formats, and so taking it away wouldn't actually stop it going anywhere else anyway.
But it might help minimise the risk. Just because it's held in other places doesn't mean there isn't a case of
in what way does it minimise the risk? It's the same organisation, Mr. Miranda and the people he's associated with, all the same people, effectively. It doesn't minimise the risk in any way. And it certainly doesn't justify a 9-hour interrogation. I mean, that's a very long time.
But we have heard from the government as well saying that, one of the reasons they wanted the computers destroyed at The Guardian was they didn't have much faith in The Guardian's ability to protect that material.
Well, yes, but then they can't destroy the information in America, as you heard from Rusbridger. They can't destroy the information in America. They can't destroy the information that's held in Germany, probably held in Brazil as well. And in all of this, well, I don't know about Brazil, but certainly Germany and America, there are laws preventing the government intervening and doing these things. In the case of the Americans, because they've got a constitution that protects the rights of the freedom of the press. Pity we don't have it. And in Germany, because they had a history, both parts of Germany had a history which taught them that actually protection of the freedom of the press is so important that they've got to have a constitution and law to do it too. We don't have those things. And what's being demonstrated here is that we have laws which either are being misused, which is what I think is the case, or are being used in a way that Parliament never intended. Parliament never intended that journalists would be held for 9 hours and have their information confiscated in pursuit of what is purporting to be, but isn't in fact, a counter-terrorist operation.
Okay. David